How are you doing? My name is Alex Farrington with Valet Stories. Today's episode, we're actually going to discuss something that's kind of scary and a big concern of ours. Here in Atlanta, we have a major issue with criminals finding out in the nightly news that they can get access into our valet key boxes. These are the big storage boxes that we put the keys in, and the valets might not always lock those boxes. So ever since this happened about 4 or 5 years ago, I've been really vigilant about making sure our valets lock the box. But this happened probably about 3-4 weeks ago where a valet didn't lock a box and a criminal came into the parking lot in a probably 2004 Acura TL and grabbed a bunch of keys out of the box. And here's the crazy part. He didn't even know it happened. So what happened in this particular case, I get a call, and I happened to be in the neighborhood. I was at my mom's house that particular night, and I get a phone call, "Hey Alex, I cannot find a key to this BMW." I'm like, well, look around thoroughly, because usually what happens, they might drop them into another car or something like that. So I said, look around thoroughly, let's see what happened exactly. So I said, find out also if they have a secondary key. Sometimes the wife may be carrying it. Or if they live close by, we'll give them a ride to their house and get a second key. And usually the key turns up 95% of the time. So he said, no, they don't have one, but let's see what we can do. So within 15 minutes, I get another phone call. He's like, Alex, we're missing a key to a Volvo. I said, okay, something's up. We're not missing 2 keys like this on a nightly basis. So I start heading over there. While I'm driving over there, a 5-minute drive, I get a phone call. A third key's missing, which is a Cadillac, XLS or something, one of the small SUVs. I know this is now a major problem, so I get there and all the customers are upset. So the first thing we need to do is obviously get these people home. Number 2, make sure the cars are secure, because if we take them home, we can get a second set of keys and get that car out of there. I do not want to leave these cars in the parking lot for any amount of time. So we're trying to figure it out. We're looking at videotape, trying to see what happened, and we see the valet went, parked the car. As soon as he drove away, these criminals came in and grabbed 4 sets of keys. So essentially what they grabbed was a Cadillac, small SUV. The one we didn't even know about yet was a Lexus LS460, BMW X5, and also a Volvo XC90, which all very nice, expensive vehicles, almost totaling each of them over $50,000 a piece. So we call the police start coming on out. I'm personally driving the customers home. Luckily they're within 5 or 10 minutes of the restaurant. We're getting spare sets of keys. I have the valet's position so these cars cannot be stolen. So when the police get there, we notice that in the back of the Cadillac, they have bent the license plate up. And what that means is, here in Atlanta, we have license plate readers. We have cameras that can read the license plates throughout the streets, on the freeways, or whatever the case is. They're very powerful cameras, and each one of these cameras for the city costs $15,000 a piece. So they're able to read you would think something so far away they can see this license plate, but the criminals know this. So they bend the license plate readers up so they can't view them. So it's a horrible thing to happen. They were trying to steal this Cadillac. They were coming back, but they probably saw all the fuss in the parking lot and decided just to try another day. So the police come out and they notice that we're able to get all the cars at least secured. So the cars are missing, the keys are missing, but at least the cars are secured, and that's my number 1 priority. We tell the customers we'll deal with them. Obviously, we'll replace everything, but this was a pretty good mess. The next day, I tell the valets, get out to the parking lot, search around, make sure they're not on the ground. What happens in some particular cases, these guys will actually throw the keys in the bushes because they don't want to be caught with these keys on them. So if they know they can't get the cars, they just throw them away. Little did we know, 2 of the keys were found, which were the Volvo keys and also the Cadillac keys. But what happened, these people were so insistent on securing their environment. They changed the door locks on their house. They changed the code on the keys. We still had to pay for everything. So the Volvo was pretty cheap, I think $315. The Cadillac was pretty pricey because it was a rental car. So we had to deal with the rental car company in Atlanta, and I think they worked with us. I think we ended up paying close to $250 for that one. The Lexus key was a 2010, but by far the most expensive, $515 to replace this little key fob. And then the BMW, expected was $453. So altogether, we almost had $2,000 worth of claims on 4 stolen keys. Plus, we had the inconvenience of these customers, so we had to pay close to $2,000 across the board. Now, a day later, 2 days later, I went to resecure the key box, which means I just replaced it with a new, stronger lock so we wouldn't have any issues. So I get there, and while I'm there, the valets are on duty, and they're just kind of standing over me as I'm inside the key box. They show up again. This time in a different car. I think they're in a Dodge Charger, occupied by 4 teenagers, let's say. This is a 5-star restaurant, and honestly, not to be biased or anything, this is not the type of restaurant these guys would go to. So when they pull in the parking lot, the valets approach them and say, hey, can we valet park your car? They're like, no, we just want to self-park. So they pull in the parking lot, and at this point, I'm staring at them hugely. I'm watching them up and down, and I realize these guys are up to no good. So I start calling the police. As soon as they see me get on the phone, they turn around and get out of the parking lot. They pull out of this lot and go into the next lot, which is a big entertainment system. These guys are just up to no good. I'm on the phone with the police. I told them that this is in progress right now, attempted burglary in progress. Now, Alpharetta Police was very responsive. They prioritized it to #1 position and sent 4 squad cars over. What happened, they were running down the freeway with their sirens going, and this restaurant and the entertainment center are against the freeway. So they heard it, and they realized, hey, they need to get out of here. So we see them dart out of that parking lot, get back onto the street, and go onto the main road. I'm telling them, hey, you just passed them, because I'm on the phone with them talking to dispatch. Dispatch is radioing it to the cars, so the cops make a U-turn also and start chasing. These guys cut out their lights, see the cops are chasing them at this point, and make a U-turn. They make a U-turn, come back towards the restaurant, back towards the freeway. Their lights are now out. They end up running a red light, hitting the back bumper of another car, and then getting on this freeway going southbound. The police, 4 cars, are chasing them down, and unfortunately, Alpharetta Police has a no chase policy. And what that means is it's not worth endangering the other public to chase these criminals that really didn't do anything. I think at that point they can only chase murder suspects, but obviously this isn't murder. This is just an attempted stolen car, so they let these guys go. Hopefully, at this point, we haven't seen him again. Hopefully nothing like this happens again, but this is what's going on, and unfortunately, I don't think this is going away. Now, with the advancements of these traffic cameras and everything like that, that may slow it down a little bit, but these guys know, for the most part, if a criminal shows up, or even if they go to jail, they're not going to get any real time, because the problem is, the real issue is, there are other criminals that are in jail. Now, the funny story is, when the police came back to the restaurant, I thanked them all. I truly thanked them for helping us out tremendously. I introduced myself. Hey, my name is Alex Farrington with Prestige Valet. And one of the officers says, I know exactly who you are, so I'm really flipping out here. I said, you do? He's like, yes, I've seen your videos on VinWiki. I started laughing. He's like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the channel. I've actually helped out Ed Bullion not too long ago with a traffic violation. So it was pretty funny. It's a pretty small world, but I told Officer John Goodwin, I'd give him a shout out. Thank you for the great work that you did. And unfortunately, we didn't get him. Probably next time we will try to get these guys. So tell me, what would you do in this particular case? If you've liked what you heard, like, subscribe, put a comment below, and I'll answer it on the next episode, I promise.